So today we have revision for the exam tomorrow, inshallah. And I want to tell you that we have time between each part. I will ask you if you have any problems or any questions between the questions. I will go through the revision that you already have, but I will not use this one because we've solved this one before. Okay, I will use this one. It's the same one, but it's not solved. And when we finish, I will send to you the solved one, this one. I will send to you the solved revision. So if you want to see any question, how we solve it in details, you can see the solved revision. Okay, but now my heroes, we will use this one. Okay. I will start with the first idea here, which is rounding numbers. Okay, so let's summarize how to round numbers. The first step, find the rounding digit. This is the first step, and this is very important. Sometimes it's to the nearest 10, and sometimes it is to the nearest 100, like this one. Okay, so this is the first step, finding the rounding digit. And the second step is look at the digit to the right. So look right, to the right, I mean by right. Look to the right. It should be the digit to the right should be strong or not strong. If it's strong, it will help the rounding. So it will help the rounding digit and give it 1. Help. And it will give 1 to the rounding digit. If it's not strong, it will not help. So here we need, in question number 2, we need to round to the nearest 10. We will underline the tens. This is the first step. The 7 is the tens, as you can see here. And after that, we look at the right, the digit to the right. This digit is to the right, the 5. The digit to the right, is it strong? The strong digits are 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These are the strong digits. So in this case, the 5 is strong. So according to the steps that we have, it will help the rounding digit. It will help the 7. It will give 1. So the 7 will go up and it will be 8. And now to the third step, I will leave this and I will go here back and write the third step. The third step, all digits, all to the right will be zeros, and all digits to the left, keep them. So here in the question, we have 5 to the right. The 5 to the right, we will change it to be 0. That's it. If we try to do this another time, we can do. Okay, my heroes, wait. Do not ask now if you have any questions. I will solve this one also. Okay. Here, to the nearest 100, the 100th digit is the 7. And The second step, the digit to the right, it's 6. According to step 2, the 6 is strong, so it will help the 7 to be 8. And the third step, all digits to the right zeros will be zeros. So I have 2 digits, so 2 zeros. Okay. Any questions about how we round? Any problems about how we round? Okay, with these questions, we may ask a question like estimate. And I will move down here. We have a question for estimation. Not this one. Okay. It's in the top, I mean.
Is that question number 1?
Yes, this question. It's estimate. Thank you, my hero. In this question, my heroes, Maya has 57 stickers. Annie has 41 stickers. Which number sentence is best to estimate how many stickers in all? What is the meaning of estimate? Estimate means start with rounding. So the first step is rounding. Round first. So the first thing that we should do is rounding. And here, my heroes, we have the two numbers, 57 stickers and 41 stickers. We need them in all. And as you know, which operation means in all? If we need to find the number in all of it, we should use, of course, addition. So in this case, we need to add 57 plus 41. But as we said, this is not find, this is estimate. So when you estimate, you do not add first. You should round first. So do not add. You will round first. So round the first number and round the second number, then add them. If you round the first number to the nearest 10 or 100, of course here we don't have hundreds. That's why we will round to the nearest 10. And here the tens, 5. And to the right we have 7, which is a strong digit. It will help the 5, so the 5 will be 6. And all digits to the right will be zeros. For the next one, 41. In 41, the 4 is the tens, and to the right, 1 is not a strong digit, so it will not help. So, the 4 will stay as it is. And all digits to the right, step 3, all digits to the right will be zeros, so the 1 will be 0. So we need to add 60 plus 40. If you check here, 60 plus 40 equals 100, so the correct choice will be the last one, D, this one. Okay. The last thing I want to tell you about rounding is when you round to the nearest 10, I will write the question here. When you round 358 to the nearest 10, to the nearest 10. So we need to round this number to the nearest 10. In this case, my heroes, the tens is the 5. To the right of the 5 we have 8, which is a strong digit. So the 5 will go up and it will be 6. And now to the third step. The third step, all digits, this step, all digits to the right will be zeros, and all digits to the left, keep them. So all digits to the right, we have 8 to the right, so it will be 0. And all digits to the left, keep them. So the 3, keep it. So to the nearest 10, the number is 360. Okay, now my heroes, if you want to ask about anything about rounding, you can ask. Yes?
Teacher, I want to go to the bathroom.
Okay, if it's urgent, you can go. My heroes, any questions about rounding? Round and estimate. We use rounding to estimate the sum. Sum means plus, or the difference, and difference means minus. Okay, so let's move to the next part. We have here a question on the properties of addition. So it's good for us now to remember the properties of addition. Okay, as you know, my heroes, the first property is commutative or order property. And order property is when you add 3 plus 5, it will be the same as what plus 3. So we use the same numbers. So in this case, it's 5 plus 3. This is commutative. So this is commutative. We have also associative property. And the associative property, or we can call it, I will write the other name also. Commutative is order property, and associative is grouping property. So in this case, if we have 3 numbers like 7 plus 8 plus 2, and I have the brackets here, I can write it 7. Okay, what is the thing that we change here? We change the brackets only, this brackets. So we don't change the order in this property. The first number is the first, 7. And the second number, 8. So the second number here is 8. And the third number 2, so the third number is 2. So the only thing that we change is the brackets. And the next property is called identity or zero property. And the identity property, when we add 9 plus what number gives 9, so the number is 0. So the identity is 0. If we add 0 to any number, we will get the same number. So these are the properties that we have here. Any problems? Okay. Now, let's move to the next idea. Okay, this is also estimate, this question. And in all these questions, the word problems, you need to read the question first, read it carefully, then think if you need to add, subtract, multiply, or divide, which operation you should use. As you can see here in this question, how many models does Mr. Handel have left? So you can see that this is subtraction. And in the next question, how many colored tiles did she use in all? So we can see that this is addition. And in the next question, which is the best estimate of the total number of pages he read on the 2 days? So it's clear that we need to add, but do not forget that if you have this word, estimate, you should do not add, you should round first. So if we try to solve this, we will round the two numbers first. Round the first number and round the second number, then add them. So the solution will be this one, and do not add the original numbers. Any questions? Here is if you have any problems or any questions about what I'm saying, please ask. Yes.
Mr. Ali.
Yes, my hero. I hear you. Can you hear me? I'm responding to you. Who's this? I don't know who's this. Who are you? My hero, you have problems maybe with the mic.
Mr. Ali.
Yes, I hear you now. Yes, my hero, go ahead. What do you want?
The question was question.
Question what?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes, my hero, ask. What do you want?
The question number 10.
Question number 10. You mean the answer? The answer is 60. As you see here, we start with rounding. So we round the two numbers. Okay, Muhammad, I think you get the sound late.
No.
Anyways, this is the first number, 29.
Question number 10.
29 will be 30 to the nearest 10, and 32 will be 30 to the nearest 10.
6.
So the answer will be 60. Okay, do you have any problems with question number 6? In question number 6, this one. Okay, in this question we need to round the number to the nearest 100 and to the nearest 10. So to the nearest 100, underline the 3. To the right we have, Muhammad, to the right we have strong digit is a 4. The 4 is strong. Okay, I don't know if you have. Anyways, the 4 is not strong, so the 3 will stay as it is. So to the nearest 100, it will be 300. And the question asks us to round it also to the nearest 10. So this time we underline the tens, the 4. And look at the right, it's 9. So the 9 is strong, and it will help the 4 to go up. It will give the 4 1, so the 4 will be 5. And according to the third step, back to the third step, this step, step 3, all digits to the right will be zeros, and all digits to the left, keep them. So we have here to the right 9, it will be 0, and to the left 3, keep it. So the number is 350 to the nearest 10. And you can check, only choose the correct choice here. Which one? This one. 300 and 350. Muhammad, is it okay now? Okay, my heroes, do you have any problems about these questions? Okay, in the next question here, it's estimate also, so round first. And as you can see, which number sentence shows the best way to estimate how many more hours Mr. Sanders will work this week? And I told you many times, when the question wants how many more, so this case we need to find the number that we need to continue to 39 hours in this question. So how many more means that you need to subtract, and estimate means that you need to round first. Okay, Muhammad, if you don't have any questions, please mute your mic.
Okay.
And my hearers, if you want to ask anything, do not use the chat. Ask me directly. Use your mics. My hearers, I cannot leave what I'm doing here and go to see the chat. Do not write in the chat, Abdul Mohsen. Okay. So the next thing is adding 3 digits and subtracting 3 digits, and adding 3 numbers with 3 digits. As you can see in this question, question number 12, the best way to do it is to write them under each other. So you should write the numbers and line them up first. Oh, sorry. 136, 166, 21. And start adding with the ones. Remember, my heroes, we start with the ones. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 1, 13. So 3 and carry up 1. And now to the tens. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 6, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. So to write 12, we write 2 and carry up 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this one is the correct choice. And as I told you, my heroes, tomorrow in the exam, please use a piece of paper. You may need to write the numbers and add or subtract them before you choose. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sammar. Abdul Mohsen. Okay, Abdul Mohsen, thank you. Okay, I see that you are raising your hands. Hadi, Muhammad, Ali, Abdullah, Yasin, Ammar. You are raising your hands. Do you want to say something? Or you are raising your hands to answer, or what? Okay, I'm not asking now. I'm not asking questions now. So hands down, hands down. Put your hand down, everyone. Put your hand down. Please raise your hand only if you have any questions. In the next part, I may ask you questions, and if I ask, I will ask someone to answer me. Okay? So please, Hadi and Muhammad, put your hand down. Put your hands down. Okay. My heroes, this question is a good one. This question. Why? Because we need to choose which of the diagrams represent this situation. A box contains 72 magazines and 21 books. Which diagram shows how many items? This is the question. How many items are in the box all together? So we will get 72 magazines and 21 books and put them all together in one place. So this means that we need to add them Oh, but we don't here use numbers, we use diagram. So in this case, my heroes, look at the pictures that you can see. This is question mark. We don't put a question mark inside the box. We need 72 and 21 inside. So this one is wrong. And also, as you can see here, 72 in all. No. Not 72 in all. 72 is the number of magazines. And we need to add 21 to this number. So the second number here should be 72 down here. This 72 should be down here. And the question mark is the all. So that's why we see here that the only one that have question mark in all is B. That's why this one is the only correct choice. Okay, what about question D? What about this choice? This one. Why it's not correct? Do you have any problems with this? What I'm saying here, do you have any problems with this?
No.
Okay, so I want to ask why letter D is not right. So this one is correct and this one is wrong. Why?
Because he say not the total it is 93.
Yes.
And 72 is down and 21 is down.
Yes, great work, Ammar. Thank you, my hero. In the question, my heroes, how many items in the box altogether? So the total is the question mark. The question mark here for the total. That's where we should use the question mark. That's why here, my heroes, this one is not true. D is not correct because we don't have these two numbers, the 72 and the 21. We shouldn't use question marks. And the question mark should be here for all, in all. The number of them, the items, all of the items all together. Okay, so my heroes, this is addition. That's why in all is the total. Okay, and now we will move to another one. This one is the same. I want a subtraction like this. I will take this one. 800. There's someone using the mic. Omar, can you hear me? Omar?
Yes.
Do you want to ask about anything?
No, student.
Okay, please, my hero, mute your mic.
Teacher,
Yes.
how many minutes English student is there?
Okay, I will tell you, my hero. Okay, my heroes, in subtraction, you should think of the story. Do you remember the story? Start with the ones, but 0 minus 6 cannot be done. 0 minus 6 cannot be done. That's why the 0 will go and ask the next digit. But it's 0 also. So this 0 will not ask now, and this 0 will ask the next digit. And the 8 will accept to give 1 because the 8 has 8. So we can take 1 from the 8. It will be 7. And give it to the 0. And it will be 10. And now this 0 can ask the 10. So the 10, it will be 9, and this 0 will be 10. Do not forget, my heroes, when you borrow, do not forget to cancel the digit. So cancel the 0 and write 10. And here cancel the 10 and write 9. And go ahead, 10 minus 6 equals 4. 9 minus 7 equals 2. And 7 minus 2 equals 5. Okay, any problems, any questions about subtraction? Okay, now let's move to the multiplication. Multiply by 10 and multiply by the multiples of 10. This is all addition and subtraction. And we will move to the multiplication, this one. Okay, you want to ask? My hero, if you don't want to ask, please do not use your mic. Yes, Mahmoud.
No, Muhammad.
Oh, sorry, Muhammad. Yes, Muhammad al-Najjar. Yes.
Why you didn't answer the question number 20 and 21 and 22 and 23?
Oh, you have the answer with you, my hero. We did this. Now I'm just reminding you because I want to know if you have any problems. So I'm reminding you. I'm not solving. Okay, Muhammad? As I said before, Muhammad, I will send to you this one. It's solved. All questions are solved here. You can see the steps. I will send this one to you. So these are all questions, but now I'm not answering the questions. I'm just reminding you about the main ideas. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Muhammad. So, I want someone to remind us how we multiply by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. How to multiply by multiples of 10. Faris?
Dear teacher.
How can we multiply by multiples of 10? So we need to multiply 6 times 20.
6 times 2.
So we start with 6 times 2. Okay, 6 times 2 equals?
Yeah. 6 times 2 equals 12. So you put 0 at the end. So
Yes, we take this 0 and put it here to the right.
120.
Thank you, my hero. Great work. And the same for all questions here. As you can see, let's try another one. Let's try this one. 5 times 60. Abdullah?
Teacher Abdullah.
Yes, Abdullah, go ahead. We start with 5 times.
Times by 10. 5 and 6.
5 times 6 equals?
Equals 30. And we will take the 0 in the 60 and put it in the other end. It will be 300.
Excellent. So we put the 0 to the right and it will be 300s. Okay, any questions, my heroes? Thank you, Abdullah. Any questions? Any problems about multiplication?
No.
Okay, let's move to the next part, which is fractions. I will remind you about the names first. If you have a shape like this, and the shape is divided into 2, like this one, we call each one part half. So these are 2 halves. If it's 3 parts, it's called third. And all of them we call them thirds. 4 parts, fourths. 5, fifths. 6, sixths. 7, sevenths, and so on. So here in this question we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. That's why the correct choice is fourths. And if we move to down here, we have this one. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are 6 parts. That's why these are sextants. And for the next one, they are 3. So that's why they are thirds. And so on. And how to write the fraction? To write the fraction of anything, in this one we need the fraction of the white, so we write the white in the top, in the numerator. This is the numerator, and down we write the total. This is the denominator. So in this case we have white 3 and the total 9. And you can do the same for all questions, same like this question. Okay, so the last thing that we have is the number line. Oh, before the number line, these questions are very easy. As you can see here, the question may ask you which shows the figure divided into 8 equal parts. You should think of two things, the 8 and the equal. These are two things to think of. These are not 8. And these are not equal. These are 8 and are equal. These are not equal since this one is small and this one is big. So these are unequal. This is very easy question. Okay, the next thing, and this is the last thing that we will do, the number line. Before the number line, any questions? Okay, with any number line, my heroes, count the lengths. The length is the distance between this sign and this sign. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the distance from 0 to 1 is divided into 4 equal lengths. So each one is, there are 4, so each one is 1/4. So simply, my heroes, the first one is 1/4, and the point A after 1/4, it's 1/4. If you want B, 2/4. See, 3/4, and the whole one 4/4. I will tell you, my hero. I didn't finish, Abdul Mohsen. Any questions? Please do not use your mic if you don't want to ask. Okay, my heroes, this one, like I want another one, this one. In this case, the distance between 0 and 1 is divided into 2 lengths. So each one is 1/2. So the first one is 1/2. The second is 2 halves. The third is 3 halves. The fourth is 4 halves. And we need this one, so it is 3 halves. Okay, so that's all, my heroes, what I have for you now. And if you want to ask, please ask. My heroes, any questions, any problems?
Teacher, the session I see is end.
Okay, yes, my hero, I will end the session, but first, if you have any questions, please ask. And thank you, my heroes. If you don't have any questions, you can leave. I'm waiting here. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you, my heroes. You can leave if you don't have any questions. If you have, please stay and ask.